Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back. And it is happening again. I cannot believe, but it is happening again. So, Meta, aka Facebook, will have another round of layoffs. The first round was last year, around November, where it has been reported that around 10,000 people they were laid off from the company. And now the company has announced again another round of layoffs. And this time should be around 11,000 people. So it has been a really rough time for the whole tech industry and, well, primarily for all the tech workers because all of these people they lost their jobs, which is something really sad. And I would like to deep dive a little bit more on the article here I found from CNBC, where they are giving some interviews, and Zuckerberg also was explaining the reasons behind the layoffs and what he has in mind. Here says that Meta to lay off 10,000 more workers after initial cuts in November from last year. So, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg said Tuesday the company plans to cut 10,000 employees. The company laid off more than 11,000 employees in November. Zuckerberg has pitched 2023 as Meta's years of efficiency. The CEO previously told analysts Meta plans on cutting projects that aren't performing or may no longer be crucial, while simultaneously removing layers of middle management to make decisions faster. Doing a quick analysis here, so I'm by no means an economist or a market analyst, but by his last sentence here or his last paragraph here, so they, or Mark, as he is the CEO, he wants to cut projects that are not performing well and also removing layers from middle management. So in order to hopefully make the company more agile or more efficient without that middle layer, which from the perspective of a business owner, this move kind of makes sense. So cutting costs and just throwing in the trash projects that are not getting any traction or are not profitable and trying to do things in a more efficient way. So it all makes sense. What does make sense to me is the real why those layoffs. Just I don't believe that they are going to shut down all projects. Meta will lay off 10,000 more workers and incur restructuring costs ranging from $3 to $5 billion. That's a lot of money. The company announced Tuesday with the CEO Mark Zuckerberg warning economic instability could continue for many years. This is one point where I don't know, I'm not sure if that is exactly one of the reasons, maybe, because I'm gonna show you guys later on here about the profits that Meta they have been receiving in the last few years. So it's not shabby, so they are pretty good, and I don't know, maybe they're trying to prepare for some incoming new thing. I don't know. He expands, here's the timeline you should expect. Over the next couple of months, org leaders will announce restructuring plans focused on flattening our orgs. So the whole Meta, Facebook, and all the other companies, they will flatten the structure, canceling low priority projects, which makes sense, and reducing our hiring rates. It was already, or it has been already reduced because I think they are under hiring freeze as well, which was also posted on the technology company blog. He added that Facebook parent plans to close 5,000 additional open roles that isn't yet fulfilled. So they still have some job advertisements, but they're planning to close those positions. In a nod to continue economic uncertainty, Mark Zuckerberg noted that the company should prepare for the possibility that this new economic reality will continue for many years. In a SEC filing announcing the cuts, Meta also said it anticipated lower total expenses in 2023, ranging from $86 billion to $92 billion, which is a lot of money. Part of the discussion here makes sense because every single company wants to be efficient, wants to be profitable, and wants to be in shape, and hopefully and possibly also wants to be prepared for any kind of incoming crisis. Let's say a new recession, as people are predicting that's gonna be happening maybe this year or next year. I don't know. So far, the market and the profits, they seem to be kind of consistent with the previous years. I was just doing some research about the revenue from Facebook slash Meta, and some statistics. I don't know how accurate these statistics are, but I don't believe they are something close to reality. The person starts talking about things here, and now that's the most important part here, which is the Facebook key statistics. The first number here is a huge number. Facebook generated $116.8 billion in revenue. It's not profit, but it's revenue in 2021. Approximately 65 billion came from the Facebook app. Just remember that's 2021. 54.5 billion Facebook's revenue is generated in USA and Canada, despite only 13% of users being based in that region, which is mind-blowing to me. I didn't know about that. In 2022, Facebook had a net profit of $23.1 billion, so it's net profit. It's not the bulk revenue, it's profit only. Facebook has been downloaded over 5 billion times. Another interesting point here is that their revenue from 2010 until last year, 2022. As you can see here, revenue in $1 billion, so that's the gross revenue. 2010, and this number keeps going, so from 2 billion, 3, 5, 7, 12, 17, 27, 40, 55, 70, 85, and now in 2021, so that was the, I would say, the peak with almost $118 billion. 2022, $116 billion. We can see that this number, it has been growing since 2010. And now they give some revenues here by region, which is not that important. And also we have here the Facebook profit, as they reported around $23 billion in 2022, and they say a decline on the $39.3 billion made in 2021. Just as a reference, 2021 was kind of still in the pandemic and all that stuff happening. People were still working from home, and there was that online surge on, well, anything that was online, selling, drop shipping and e-commerce, whatever else, and also for advertisement on these platforms, not only Facebook but also Google and many other platforms as well. Just taking a look here quickly on the numbers for the net income, that's pure profit. 2010 was not even 1 billion, so I think it's 370 million. That number kept growing. 2013, 1.4 billion. 2017, 15.9 billion. 2020, 29.1 billion. And the peak on 2021 again, 39.3 billion. And 2022, 23.1 billion. As we can see here, the numbers, they are kind of consistent over every single year, so the number, they have been growing. And again, the peak was here in 2021, where they reported almost $40 billion in profit. And again, that was the peak. Everybody was working from home and all of that crazy stuff. And in 2022, that number just felt a little bit under the number from 2020. So it's gonna be a few $billion less than in 2020, which makes sense. Things are a little bit slower now than it was during the pandemic. There are lots of things happening and lots of craziness happening. And yeah, there will be this new round of layoffs. And let's see if that's gonna happen to other companies as well, or it's gonna be only Facebook doing this second round of layoffs. It's gonna be both interesting and scary to see how these big tech companies will handle the next months and the next years as they still have these hiring freezes. They are still trying to cut costs. They are still trying to stop those less important projects. Just keep an eye on the market and let's see how things go. I'll see you guys in the next video.